did Luke Fickle and his staff, were you worried about them at midseason?
Yeah.
And have they now cemented, I mean, because that's one of the questions you guys too, I think, after a season like this, the way things happen in the middle of the year. Do you see a staff there now that you really, maybe you felt that way about them all along, but are they cement as far as your
I felt good about the character. The number one thing I always look for is first a good father, good husband, because the ultimate job of the ultimate responsibility is here is to be examples for these young guys. And some people really, I hear people make snide, smart aleck remarks about coaches. Their job is to only win. That's not true. That's not true. It's, sometimes that overrules some things, unfortunately, but I really believe it's the opposite. Our ultimate job is to be the ultimate, show high character and do things right. And so when I put the staff together, I've never one time felt like there was any character flaw with any of our guys. I love them. I think they're great husbands. We have family night here. I love their families walking around here. I did have the same concerns that probably every person in America watching our defense playing. And at times in offense, I was very concerned. But I'm one of those guys, I get concerned about everything. You can see the steady growth of our defensive staff. I thought was, I don't want to use the word phenomenal, but I felt the comfort level between Everett Weathers and Luke Fickle. And Mike Vrabel's never coached D-line before. And it really showed his experience as that year developed. So I'm very pleased with the way the last half of the season went, especially on defense.
Middle, Jeff. Jeff McCluck, Sports Bulletin. Just wondering from your perspective as a coach, just watching a team come together like this and start to believe in both each other and the staff and what you guys are selling. I mean, is that a special feeling that kind of goes through your mind when you start to see it really, kind of the light come on, I guess? That's
as good a feeling as there is, other than when the clock ticks zero, that feeling, the rush that you get to win a game. But that's the ultimate feeling when you see a team come. When I say team, and also that individual kind of get it right, and start to Reed Fragel kind of figure out that it is important to go to class, take care of his business out the field. A guy like a Travis Howard to kind of figure it out that the reason you don't play very well is you don't practice very well, and then it turns around and all of a sudden the correlation between the two are perfect. But of all the great feelings to see a team when you know that you can just stand, this is a team meeting room, just have them walk in. I've done it enough to stand in front of a team. I can tell when they're looking right through you and they're not listening to you. Then I can see that they're hanging on every word you're saying. And as you would expect a lot of times when there's transition, especially when you take over from a program that's a great success and you maybe do things a little differently, there's a lot of people looking right through me. And it's a good feeling when you see that they're locked on you.
Left front, Doug.
And our staff, not just me.
That's just growth from.
Oh, the growth. Well, the growth, number one, that's the most unique position in all sports that I watch. My daughter is a setter in volleyball, and I think that's the same type of position that you got to run the show. The quarterback has to run the show, and he did not a year ago. He certainly did not early in this year, but he began, I saw him like he called the team together and, say some things to him. So he still has a long way to go, but his growth was exponential as far as that. His accuracy in passing has still got a long way to go, but it has improved. His comfort in the pocket has a long way to go. It has improved, but I still have no idea where that ceiling. You can't see the ceiling for those type. The pocket awareness and comfort of, or just the fundamentals of throwing the ball. I don't see the ceiling yet. He's got that much further to go.
Left front, Doug.
Took memories, didn't play dealer. You won the national title in your second year at Florida, so.
There you go.
I'm wearing a blue shirt for it, man.
The idea, though, that
Blue.
except Carolina.
Next question, please.
The idea, though, what you've seen in your career, you've done a good job in your first year, really turning programs around and having success right away. But in your experience, what do you see from first year to second year, whether it's with Braxton or people with your offense having a full year in it now, a second year? Just having that second year in your coaching system, how much improvement or change do you expect from what you've seen in the past?
Great question. The concern I had, and it's amazing, I just talked to our strength coach a bit about it, the one that you're talking about, the 05 to 06, I had a very angry team, a team with a chip on their shoulder. They went to work every day kind of pissed about everything because they came to that school, Florida, to do the same thing you come to here. You win championships, and their best thing they ever did is win an Outback Bowl. And my concern is here's complacency. And we have to make sure that doesn't take place because we need an angry team next year. So if we have to manufacture that, we will if we have to. I hope there's just maybe they, whether something was taken from them, we're going to use that. We're going to use a lot of things, but I'm going to try to push the right. We're going to try to push the right buttons to get an angry team. If they're not angry and complacent, this team's average is dirt. I mean, just like any team, you don't have a chip on your shoulder. You lose like that. You see it across the country. I mean, there's teams that are highly ranked and a bunch of NFL prospects, and they're losing 3, 4, 5, 6 games. It's because I know exactly why, and so does every coach. It's because you got a team that doesn't have an edge. So that's what we have to really watch.
And would you expect that all your coaches will be back, or possibly?
Yeah, I would expect. I'm not going to make a change. The one negative thing about success and hiring good coaches is that they get their hot items, and that's, if I have guys that people never call me and want to hire them, that means I probably got bad coaches. And I had a turnstile down in Florida of guys leaving, going to becoming head coaches.